Hello viewers, welcome to this tutorial which is going to take you through the practical knowledge of mail merging, and thanks for the move made. Mail merging, dear ladies and gentlemen, is the process of creating a personalized data by automatically inserting personal information such as names, email addresses, places of residence, among others. So this is how we do mail merging. Like I said, it's going to be practical knowledge, so we shall be doing it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's assume we already have an existing document or perhaps an invitation letter, yeah? And that's what we have on the screen. We are going to do mail merging. Mail merging is going to be creating a list of recipients and their personal informations. Instead of typing a letter for each and every person or for each and every recipient one by one. So this is where we shall come to the mailings tab, which is right here. When I click on the mailings tab, I'm going to select recipients from this small arrow. When I click there, I'm going to consider these three options. So which one will I choose? For the purpose of this tutorial, dear ladies and gentlemen, we are going to type a new list. Probably that's what we want to learn. So when I click on a new list, I'm going to, you see the columns I have. There's a lot to feed in, and I can customize this column only to suit my needs. So what we're going to do, we are going to amend this column. I come to this customize tab, customize columns. So when I click there, I can now edit the columns to only suit my interests. So what I'll do, I'll consider the columns. What do I have? I have zip code, state, email addresses, but do I need all of them? No, so I can come and start deleting them. And I click on the delete tab, I confirm the deletion. Work phone, I don't need it too, so I'll delete it. So you can delete as many as you want. So ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is we are amending the columns to suit our interests. So we can amend by renaming. If I want, I can rename from here, but probably that's not what I want. So I'm going to keep deleting them one by one. So address line 1, company name. So basically, I only want these three fields: the title, first name, and last name. Maybe that's what I want. So what I do after deleting the ones that I'm not interested in, I click OK. So now I'm now supposed to give these fields their definitions. The title. What title will be there in my recipients list? Maybe I can have a title of Mr. Yes, Mr. Mr. who? Maybe the first person is going to be Rom. Sorry. Rom. Then or places that name. After typing the first recipient, I'm going to come on this tab, new entry. When I click there, it now gives me another provision. Maybe the second person is going to be Mrs. She's going to be Mrs. Kevin. Then I still come to new entry and I type my next recipient, which could be now Reverend that. Still, I can type as many recipients as I want. The next person can still be a Mr. Yes, and it's going to be JP. Yeah, the name. Then perhaps we can still edit this. Yeah, if you don't want Mr., we can say a professor. Yeah, let's start. So when I'm done typing my list of recipients, I now say okay. So it's going to take me to where I'm going to save my list of recipients from. So how do I want to save my list? I can decide to save it as Yes, that's I've decided to save it, and upon typing that, I can now, sorry, yeah, we can save it like that. Then I come and I click save from here. Then my list is finally saved. Ladies and gentlemen, what I do next, I come back to mailings and I now look for insert merge field and click on that small arrow where I'm now going to insert the order of my merge fields, what I had already created. So I'm going to click on the title. Yes, it's going to be my first field, and I space before I can come back and click on the first name, where I'm also going to space, and then lastly click on the last name. So when I'm done doing that, I come back still on the mailings tab, and now come to select recipients once again. But ladies and gentlemen, this time around we are not going to type a new list because we had already typed a new list and saved. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an existing list. When I click there, I'm going to remember how I had previously saved my list. How did I save it? I saved it as birthday cards recipients. Birthday cards recipients. So when I click there, I am going to open, but it does not come here automatically. So I'm probably coming here to this very last tab, which is finish and merge. When I click there, I'm going to consider these three options where yeah, I can decide to click on the edit individual documents, but if there's no edit to make, then I can click OK. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll find out that I am done doing mail merging for all my recipients. If we had created 10 recipients, all of them would be having their personalized documents. So from here, we can scroll down and we check on our list. The first person was Mr. Rom Bob. Then the second person was Mrs. Kevin Ameto. Then still, the third person was Reverend Derek Okidi. And the last person was Professor JP Odeke. So I'm done creating my documents with the personalized information of my dearest recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how easy mail merging is. So I believe it has been an enjoyable tutorial, and I urge you that if it has been helpful to you, kindly hit on the subscribe button, like, comment, follow, and share so that you don't miss out on the next tutorial. Thank you very much for spending your time here. I've been Terence Oloya, and I look forward to interacting with you once again in our subsequent videos. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.